Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, semangat pagi, salam sehat, salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan. Yang saya hormati Bapak Rektor Ustaz Hairun, Prof. Husain Alting, Panitia Penyelenggara International Joint Conference on Science and Technology IJCST 2021 di Ternate Maluku Utara. All distinguished speakers, guests, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to congratulate the organizing committee for hosting this very important and interesting international conference on science and technology with the topic of science and technology innovation on post-disaster resilience, challenges and opportunities for a better world. I think the conference is come in a timely manner, and the topic is very relevant, as Maluku is the meeting point of 4 plate tectonics: the Pacific plate, Eurasian, Australia, and Filipino meet together in Maluku Islands. So that makes Maluku as one of the most active area for geohazard. This event is also very relevant to the situations currently we are facing globally, the pandemic COVID-19, which has been a global disaster which we never seen before and we never expected in such a scale, with millions of people died from the pandemics. Yeah, we all know that nature is blessed with plenty of natural resources for human to live, but also hazard does happen from every now and then that can cause disaster. Hazards can be natural hazards, technological hazard, or intentional hazard, such as terrorism. In principle, hazard is a natural event, but like earthquake, flood, typhoon, volcanic eruption, landslide, forest fire, storm surge, tsunami are all natural hazards that could happen anytime. But hazard can become disasters when people live where the hazard happened. The natural hazard itself might not be harmful. It can be harmless, but man-made building often is a major cause of disaster. Like what USGS scientist Hughes and Jones present in his paper, that earthquakes don't kill people, but building do. So earthquake itself doesn't kill people, but buildings collapse cause disaster to people living in that building. The power of natural hazard and vulnerability of people will determine the risk of any disaster. Therefore, it is our task how to reduce the risk. As we know today, more than 50% of global population live in cities, crowded in densely populated places, often live in buildings with inadequate structure, inappropriate structure, and vulnerable to disasters. The role of scientists is to understand the hazard, and the role of engineers is to use the scientific knowledge to reduce the risk of hazard from becoming disaster. Research and development can provide resiliency to disasters by knowing the hazard, preventing and avoiding the disaster, and building resiliency to the community to quickly respond into any disaster, to recover and reconstruct and rebuild in a better situations. This is not only on a physical sense, but also non-physical, like the livelihood of people experiencing disaster, also economy, social life, all those need to be rebuilt, reconstruct better into creating a resilient community. And for all that, in addition to science and technology, to research and development in science and technology, we also need local wisdom, the wisdom that has bound the people to be resilient and to live harmoniously with the nature. And another important aspect is collaborations, sharing knowledge, sharing know-how, sharing experience between research centers, between institutions, and across country. Through collaborations and sharing, we can learn from each other and enrich our knowledge about disasters and how to reduce the risk of disasters and make the community more resilient to disasters. So I would like to once again appreciate the all the distinguished speakers and participants to this international conference and wish the conference a fruitful discussion and fruitful results that can go into policy, that can go into developing more resilient community. With asking the blessing of Allah SWT, God Almighty, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, I open the international conference on Science and Technology, IJCST 2021 in Ternate, Maluku Utara. I wish you all the best. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om, Santi, 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 Om.